It's funny because at AAA, he can walk the bases loaded, and they can just say, well, we're just going to keep him out there, and he can strike out the next 3 in a row, right? But in a game against the Astros or the Yankees, if he walks the bases loaded, he's probably not facing a fourth batter. Patreon.com/the Walk-Off Podcast. $4 a month gets you in there.
If you're watching this right now and you haven't hit the like button, Billy, get on it. Bug your brother. Tell him to do the same.
So let's get into the bullpen. Trevor Richards had another rough outing yesterday. He continues to struggle. Nate Pearson in Buffalo was averaging 98.9 miles an hour on his fastball and was topping out at 100. How much rope does Trevor Richards get? I've got to think that it's getting shorter and shorter by the outing. A week, a month. His spot isn't safe with some of the guys in AAA pushing up, right?
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see him pitch the 10th, right? I'm not mistaken here. I was a bit surprised by that. And then, Tim Mesa comes in, and I
just that was really testing Blue Jays fans' resolve here.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I was producing yesterday's game for MLB.com, and walk-offs are extremely challenging work-wise. And I was just on the edge of my seat, fingers crossed, like cold sweats, being like, oh my God. Tim Mesa comes in. All I could say when I saw that ground out, all I could say was, Timmy Mesa.
Yeah.
And that was it. And, there's certainly still bright spots when you look at that pen. But Trevor Richards, I was surprised. I was surprised to see him pitch the 10th. And I am surprised to see him again struggle as he has. I think that the first time that we did this, which was just the three of us, I think we also kind of got into Trevor Richards and his struggles and what it was that he could do to sort of right the ship, which is a weird full circle moment for us.
Truly.
But and something else that surprised me was that Pearson did not make the opening day roster. So the good news is that the Blue Jays have options. But I would imagine that if Trevor Richards does not show improvement, get that changeup to work again and full batters with that, and get his command in order, then opportunities for other guys are going to start to open up.
When Trevor Richards is a Ray and just dominating, it is going to be such a thorn in my side.
That's coming.
Okay. It's coming, yeah.
I just want to jump into a comment about Nate Pearson. So we have a question from Eric.
Perfect.
Who says, what statistical categories are most important for Nate Pearson to earn a spot with this team again? Because his Ks per 9 are way up, but so is his walks per 9.
Yeah, that's a fascinating question.
Would we rather see a Nate Pearson with fewer strikeouts, but also walking less batters, or where's the trade-off for that?
Yeah, I think that's personally, that's always what I would pick. Is it's okay if you're not striking out as many guys as long as you keep the walks in order. I can't say that is the norm or that's how everyone should think or would think, but just the conservative side of me is like, you know what? Especially if you're coming out of the pen, you can't really walk guys. Those are usually, especially for the guy like Pearson with the upside, the Blue Jays want him to pitch in high leverage moments and moments that matter. And you can't walk guys in those moments. That is the difference between winning and losing a game. So that might be something for him to work on before he can make the majors. I will say that again, with his injury history and all the bad luck, honestly, that he experienced last year, it's not a huge red flag that his walk rate is up. I do think that there's a lot of rebuilding here, especially when it comes to his command, and that's fine. And maybe that's why he didn't make the roster for opening day. But when he's ready, I don't see him sticking in AAA for long. I do think that we are going to see Nate Pearson contribute in the majors this year.
It's funny because at AAA, he can walk the bases loaded, and they can just say, well, we're just going to keep him out there and he can strike out the next 3 in a row, right? But in a game against the Astros or the Yankees, if he walks the bases loaded, he's probably not facing a fourth batter.
That's right. That's a fascinating point. And so how is he developing right now, right? What are the Blue Jays doing strategically to help him develop and to help him maybe build that confidence beyond walking the bases loaded? There's a lot that goes into developing a guy, especially a guy that has had as many injuries and has missed as much time as Pearson has.
The bad luck thing is such a good point with, I mean, the kid had mono last year and missed half. Like, it's just every time it seems like the kid's ready to make that jump, something happens. So fingers crossed for him. And it is exciting that we might actually see the fruit of his labor come and work out for this team.